potential partnerships, new Xbox games, and more. Let's get into it. What is going on, guys? Dealer back again with yet another video. We've got a ton of interesting things to talk about today, but I got to say thanks for all the support on my last video, the one before that, the one before that, the one before that. The point is, you guys rock out with me, and I do appreciate it. We're almost up to 100,000 subscribers, and we do get, about 1 million plus of you guys checking out the content a month. So if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. And many of you do ask about the music in these videos. Much of that, or oftentimes, it is open mic. Yes. Great producer. I encourage you guys and have encouraged you guys multiple times to check him out. That link has been down in the description for quite some time now. Do check him out. Say hi. Phenomenal producer. But anyways, let's talk about why y'all's here. Well, hey, you're here to talk about the latest and greatest when it comes to gaming, Xbox in particular, but of course we do dabble in the PlayStation lands with some of the creepy dudes over there next to the bushes. Long story short, I've got the latest and greatest for you here over the last several days. All of the most interesting things, at least to me, that have happened. Oh, let's start with February 2021 Xbox Game Pass releases. Holy crap, it's 2021. Someone stab me! Not seriously, don't, unless you want to. Anyway, basically we have some new games for this month. First up, we've got Ghost of a Tale for, this is for PC, who cares? We've also got Project Winter, which is releasing February 4th for PC, console, and cloud. Next up, The Falconeer, releasing February 4th for PC, console, and cloud. I have not played that one, but apparently a lot of people like flying around as a bird, so let me know your thoughts on that game if you've tried it out. You've got Jurassic World and Final Fantasy, you idiot! Evolution, coming out February 11th for the console and the cloud. Yes, there is a cloud that can play video games. Followed by Stealth Inc. 2, a game of clones. Is that like a pun? I don't know, whatever. Next up is Wolfenstein Youngblood. Yes, if you played the fantastic Wolfenstein New Order or New Colossus or whatever the hell those things are called, the first two, they are awesome games. Seriously, they're some of the best games of the generation, and Youngblood is not those games. Don't get it confused. But what it is a pretty good, yes, good co-op game. Emphasis on the words co-op game. Now, of course, some of you will be like, what do you mean? I haven't tried it, but I don't believe you. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Everyone can have their own opinion, but I will say that there just aren't a ton of co-op games out there, especially over the last several years, that offer quite what this one does offer. I'm not saying it's great, I'm not saying it's amazing, but what I am saying is I had a good time playing through it with a good buddy of mine, Colt Eastwood, and all we could really think about was how good the gunplay was. The gunplay is still Machine Games, people, so if you want some good gunplay, you got some co-op action here, then you might want to give this a try. After all, what can you lose?
Hey, don't forget to tell them it's already on console.
Well, you guys shut I know what I'm doing, alright? Yeah, it's on console, okay? It's already on console, but hey, if you're an xCloud fan, if you've been looking into that, it's definitely coming there now. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by myself, right? Game Pass. I'm not saying justify a bad quote-unquote game on, something like Game Pass. It's free, but when it comes down to it, you can try it out at no extra charge. You already pay. You might as well play. Just be sure you got a good, competent co-op buddy with you. These games are also getting touch controls for xCloud, meaning just from your phone without the need for a controller, you can play these titles now. And here are some that are leaving the service this month, in case you were wondering. Now, I can't wait to see how many of you freak out about this, huh? Look at this, World of Horror. Y'all better start going crazy over there on the PC. You're losing your bangers. Hey, here's something a lot of you guys have been asking me. When can I expect availability on the Series X, huh? Well, weird Arabian plumber, Italian guy, I will say that you can probably expect to see Series X's commonly sometime this summer, and I mean late this summer, because Microsoft do admit that they expect availability to be limited, or rather demand to be too high for supply, at least until June. Meaning you might not see these things on shelves for you to just walk up to and casually walk out of the store with until about June or so. And that's pretty much the simplest, most straightforward, weird answer I can give you. Personally, I bought a few of them for people that either couldn't afford them or just couldn't find them. And honestly, there's a lot of people out there that just can't get these next generation systems yet. If you're one of them that are looking for a Series X, a Series S, or even a PS5, let me know down in the comments. Next up, Sony do admit that they are aiming to top their growth of 2020 for 2021 by investing in more studios. They are going to buy more and more studios. And remember, Insomniac Games was no small purchase. They say they are going going to make more investments for growth this year, meaning they're going to invest in more studios. They're going to buy more of these teams. Which ones, I don't know, but I would like your thoughts on that down below. Insomniac was a big one. Collectively, they are looking to spend much more than what they did last year, but they're not alone. Microsoft are buying a ton of studios, with perhaps the largest acquisition in the history of gaming, and by far the largest in the history of modern gaming, Bethesda. Now, of course, they bought parent company ZeniMax, but with that came Bethesda and a ton of legendary IPs like Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Wolfenstein, and so many more. Let's not forget Doom Eternal, only the best game of 2020. I mean, look at this footage running on Xbox One X, just the One X from 2017. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, before I get too distracted, I did want to point out that, well, hey, Sony are making these investments, and we know Microsoft are making more investments. I know some things that I haven't really talked about publicly yet. I have to wait until I find out more on these things, because, you know, they're pretty interesting. Long story short, I'm not saying this is true, but I do throw it out there and propose it to you. Medium developer, yes, the Medium. And before we have people saying, well, their last game is a 71 meta, shh. I didn't mind Days Gone because it was a 71 meta, right? I actually enjoyed Crackdown a little bit, so don't tell anyone, but I did, even though it was a 60 meta. And you certainly shouldn't mind the Medium, seeing as it just scored higher than Destruction All-Stars, which you guys were hyping up for some reason, on Metacritic. So again, if it's all about meta, then hey, it's all about meta, but you gotta live and die by the sword there. Myself, I like what I like, but I would like the best meta score possible. It's the W for the brand, it drives morale, it drives hype, and it excites the fans, etc. You know, I just said like the same thing twice. Long story short, I'm always wanting a better meta score for a game, but it doesn't define if I like the game. Point is, the Medium was a 71 on Xbox, but at the end of the day, yeah, they're working on a new project, a big new project according to them, and I wonder what it could be. Is it a possible project for Microsoft like the Medium? Though a timed exclusive, the Medium is seen as an Xbox title right now, and it did review better than I thought it may. You know, I thought it might be a 60 or something like that. It barely beat that, but it did beat it. Maybe the Medium, maybe Blooper or Blue Turtle Studios is actually getting better with time. Maybe they're getting better with funding. I don't really know, but I do know the Medium developer is working on a new big project. And what that project is, I don't know. Maybe you do, or maybe you think you do down below. Maybe you think they're working with Microsoft on something new, seeing as they just did this with, well, the Medium. Maybe they are a big studio acquisition or a medium studio acquisition. Maybe, I just don't really know, and I thought it was interesting, so I wanted to throw it in a video for you guys and maybe get a discussion going. And please don't write any articles on this, because I'm not saying it's happening. Yes, this happens when I do something, you know, because of the track record, right? They'll write articles on stuff like this when I'm just throwing something out there and think it's something crazy and I'm telling it's like some kind of riddle. No, like I'm just saying, hey, they're working on a big project. They just did something with Microsoft not long ago. Maybe they're doing this with them, and they say they're working on a new big project, so maybe they are. Right? That's literally what I'm saying. So, thank you to everyone who checked out this video. If you haven't, consider hitting the like button. Maybe tell a buddy or two. And seriously, shout out to everybody in the comments. You guys are amazing, and I mean that. Again, about 1 million of you guys check out the channel every single month, and we're about 96 or 97,000 subscribers at the time of this video's recording. And hey, if you haven't, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button, and you know, it would really help. It really mean a lot. We're trying to get to 100K here soon. I could have did it last year, but had some COVID issues. It's in the videos. But yeah, again, I'm Dealer, and I'll see you guys in the next one.